Hello everyone, you're welcome back again. We're going to solve for the value of x from this radical equation. We are given that square root of 3x plus x is equal to 6. Then what is the value of x that will satisfy this equation? The first thing we need to do is to take this variable x to the right hand side. So we're going to have square root of 3x, which is going to be equal to 6. And when this positive x cross to the right hand side, it becomes negative x. So the next thing we're going to do, as you can see the left hand side, we have square root of 3x. So we need to eliminate this square root by square both sides of the equation. So we're going to square the left hand side and also we'll square the right hand side. We are squaring right hand side because when you do anything to one side of the equation, you must also do to the second side. So this square is going to cancel the square root, right? We are left with just 3x, which is equal to 6 minus x all square, imply the bracket is multiply itself. So this can also be written as what? 6 minus x, then multiply by 6 minus x. Now we are going to expand the bracket in the right hand side. So we are going to have 3x, which is equal to 6 multiplied by 6 is going to give us 36. Then 6 multiplied by negative 6 is negative 6x. Then negative x multiplied by 6 is also negative 6x. So when we put them together, it's going to be what? Negative 12x. Then negative x multiplied by negative x is going to give us positive x squared. So the next thing we're going to do is to take all the term in the right hand side to the left hand side. So we're going to have 3x. When this positive 36 cross, it becomes negative 36. And when this negative cross, it becomes positive 12x. And also if this positive x squared cross become negative x squared, so everything will be equal to 0 because there's nothing remain in the right hand side. So the next thing we're going to do, if you look at this equation, we have two terms and also another two terms. So we can group them together into first two terms and the last two terms. So if you consider this first two terms, 3x minus 36, you can see that we have something in common. 3 can go into 3x and 3 can also go into 36. So we're going to factor out 3, then we open bracket. 3x divided by 3 is going to remain only x. Then negative 36 divided by 3, it will remain negative 12. Now if you consider the last two terms, 12x then minus x squared. So you can see when you consider the constant, here is 1, here is 12, so there's no common constant except 1. And when we consider x, the variable, x is common, so we're going to factor out x. So because we have negative here, so we're going to factor out negative x, so that 12x divided by negative x is going to give us negative 12 because x and x is going to cancel. Then negative x squared divided by negative x, the negative divide negative is going to be positive. X squared divided by x, it will remain only 1x, which is going to be equal to 0. Now as you can see, in this bracket we have negative 12 plus x, and here is x minus 12. So let's try to make inside this bracket to be the same. So we have 3 into x minus 12, then minus x into, here this is positive x and this is negative 12, so we can just switch them, positive x and negative 12. So this is the same, everything will be equal to 0. So we have successfully made inside the bracket to be the same, x minus 12, x minus 12. Now when the inside the bracket are the same, we're going to pick one of the bracket and also we pick the outside term. So here we have 3, then here we have negative x. We pick this negative x, so we bracket it, then multiply by, then we pick one of the bracket, x minus 12. So everything will be equal to 0. Now from here we are going to recall that when two terms multiply itself to be 0, it's either the first one is 0 or the second one is 0, but we don't know which one is 0 exactly. So we are going to equate the first term, 3 minus x, to be equal to 0, or x minus 12 to be equal to 0. So here we have two cases now. So now to solve for the value of x here, when we take x to the right hand side, so x now will be equal to positive 3. So this is the first value of x. And to get the second value of x, we are going to take this negative 12 to the right hand side, it becomes positive 12. So this is the second value of x. So this is the two solutions that will satisfy this equation. But when you solve But whenever you solve a radical equation, don't quickly conclude that the two solutions will satisfy the equation, especially if the solutions are more than two. So you need to substitute the value you solve back to the original equation to see whether the right hand side is going to be the same as the left hand side. Now we're going to copy the original question. And the original question, so we're going to check if these two solutions satisfy the equation. So the original equation is what? Square root of 3x then plus x is equal to 6. Now at x equal to 3, which is the first one, at x equal to 3, we're going to substitute, replace 3 anywhere we see x. So this is going to be what? Square root of, when we replace 3 here, 3 multiplied 3 is going to be 9, plus when we replace 3 here is going to be 3, which is going to be equal to. Now we're going to see if this will give us the right answer. What is square root of 9? 9 is a perfect square. Square root of 9 is 3. 3 plus 3 is going to give us 6. So as you can see, this is the same as the right answer. So we can say that x is equal to 3 satisfy the equation. Now let's see the second value of x, which is what? X equal to 12. Let's see if it's going to satisfy the equation. So now, anywhere we see x now, we're going to replace 12. So this is going to be what? Square root of 3 multiplied by x, which is the same as 3 multiplied by 12, is going to give us 36, plus x, and x is the same as 12. Then we are going to see if this will give us the right answer. Square root of 36 is going to give us 6, and 6 plus 12 is going to be 18, and 18 is not the same as 6. So therefore we can say that this second solution, x equal to 12, did not satisfy the equation. So the only solution that will satisfy this radical equation is x equal to 3. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this.